is the firm that leading manufacturers turn to when they want to develop unique solutions in the EV space. Its products include hydrogen fuel cells, electric drivetrains, DC-DC chargers. Our goal with this business is to continue it as the super innovator it's always been, but to take these innovations and license them to third parties. And by that, we will generate a second revenue stream, the first being contract manufacturing, and the second will be licensing these components to leading manufacturers. Medici Motorworks, as I said earlier, is the brand that we have developed to build our own heavy trucks and buses, and we will be designing them here in the United States. We will be integrating our wave technology into the initial build, and we will be using components and drivetrains from US Hybrid. And the buses, the complete buses, will be manufactured by our OEM partner in China. Wave, as we discussed earlier, is doing wireless inductive charging, which is, for those who are not familiar with this, is basically similar to the wireless charging for your cell phone, but obviously on steroids. We believe that this is one of the jewels in our crown, because the future of this technology is future-proof. If you accept that autonomous driving is going to become an important part of the vehicle landscape in the future, you have to accept that wireless charging is a very important part of that, because autonomous vehicles do not have an operator, so they can't be plugged in. So they have to depend on wireless charging. Additionally, there is great interest in China in wireless charging, particularly in the ports. And a number of the port systems have approached us to do proof of concepts for the wave technology into China. So we see that as a very important market in addition to the US market for wave. As I discussed earlier, the Mobile Energy Global is our Chinese business that works in the sales to financing to charging model, and it helps our customers on their journey to adopt EV in their fleets. We believe that this model has great applicability to both the US and to Europe, because as fleet operators convert their fleet from internal combustion engines into EV, they need expertise to show them and to how the entire operating cycle will work, and how to make it work compatible in a compatible fashion, so that you can be sure that your charging solution works with the vehicles you've purchased, and also ties into an energy management system, so that ultimately you end up with the lowest total cost of ownership. Tree Electric is, as I said, our motorcycle brand focused on the ASEAN market, which is the largest two-wheel market in the world. And we announced about 2 weeks ago that we'd secured an order for 200,000 motorcycles in Indonesia to be delivered over the next 3 years. If the order completes as anticipated, that value of that order will be about $224 million. Went too far there. Solectrac, sorry. Solectrac is our 20% investment in the electric tractor business. Agriculture is a massive market, which we don't believe has been adequately serviced yet by the EV industry, and to some extent has been overlooked. EV tractors are very important because they provide great torque, great performance, but they don't. Their pollution level is very low. Their noise level is very low, and both of those things are important in general. But more specifically, they're important in areas where, like indoor arenas, equestrian events, places where you want to reduce your emissions, you want to reduce your noise. We believe this business is a specialty business, but we believe it has great potential. You may look at this tractor and think this is a strange vehicle, but actually this is being designed to allow the operator to have better visibility onto the ground and with the crops that they're working at. So the traditional tractor that we're all familiar with has a full fairing. This one has been deliberately designed to provide a better operator experience. Energica, we have a 20% investment in Energica. It's the world's leading manufacturer of high-performance electric motorcycles. The thing that is attractive to this, to us, is that the high-performance segment traditionally is where the most innovation is done. Because the customers are early adopters, because they are interested in the newest and best technology, and because they can afford it, firms like Energica and Silk EV, which we will address in a moment, both have the capability and the need to develop leading and cutting-edge technologies. Those leading and cutting-edge technologies eventually get commercialized and passed down into the mass market. By investing in firms like Energica, we get an early look at the technologies that are on the horizon or that are just emerging, and that helps us plan our product development. Energica's battery technology and its charging technology, which is all proprietary, that would have applicability to our Tree Electric brand of scooters in Malaysia. So again, you can see how each of the component pieces in our business come together to support and act as a force multiplier for other parts of the business. The synergistic play all the time. Silk EV is an investment that we took through a convertible note. They are designing super high-performance sports cars. And as I discussed with Energica, again, the technologies in these super high-performance vehicles are the technologies that will become into the mass market over the next few years. So being in the information flow and in the development process up front helps inform our development in the rest of our portfolio. This diagram pulls together all of the vehicles, the companies, the components, and the technologies that we've been discussing for the last few minutes. Across the top are our components, which is US Hybrid. In the commercial vehicle space is Select-Track for tractors, and Medici for buses and heavy vehicles. Again, Medici for coaches. Then in our 2 and 3 wheel, we have the motorcycles, ATVs, tuk-tuks, which are both Tree Electric and Energica, and then energy services charging is Wave. And then if we go back to the left-hand side and down the panel there, we'll see the technologies that we are deploying across this group of people, a group of companies. We've got battery technology, drive technology, vehicle systems, charging, fuel cell, and telematics. And I'd like to point out, to speak a little bit about the telematics piece. All of these vehicles that are coming to market now are highly integrated with the internet. They gather vast quantities of data. That data is very valuable to the operators. It helps them plan load, plan routes, and plan vehicle types, capacities, all of those things. But it also provides a source of data in general that can be mined to help drive innovation. We believe that business has the potential to produce significant recurring revenues. Turning now to Ideonomics Capital. Ideonomics Capital is, as I said at the start of the presentation, it is the business which we use the business unit focused on fintech investments, particularly ones where we believe that we can bring a disruptive element using blockchain and distributed ledger technologies. The largest single business in this portfolio is Timios. That is the title agency business located in California that we purchased in January. It has a very solid business. It had a record quarter in the first quarter, very strong profitability. We believe that it is already a tech-focused business. We believe that with additional capital, we can energize or charge that business to grow more rapidly and more efficiently, and then provide better efficiencies for its bank customers. Talked about Timios. DBOT is our registered broker-dealer with an alternative trading ATS license. Tokenization, digital securities have been on the horizon for a long time. There's been a lot of talk about them. But it would now appear that the regulatory wins, that the general market acceptance is that digital securities, tokenization in some form is going to be a part of the financial ecosystem going forward. We believe that DBOT is well positioned to take advantage of this, growth in these two areas of digital securities and tokenization. TN2 is an investment we have in the technology metals market. This is a Reykjavik, Iceland-based business with an operation in London. It is focused on the trading of rare metals. Rare metals are the metals that are essential for batteries and charging systems and EV vehicles. They typically haven't been traded or had a trading platform which gives liquidity and price discovery. TN2, the technology metals market, is addressing that and has been a first mover on that. Again, not only is it a good investment for us, but rare earth metals and understanding rare earth metals and what's happening with rare earth metals is a very important part of the EV ecosystem. So again, if by being in this, we get a first look at what's happening and what the emerging trends are that we need to consider in our business and that we can adapt to be more competitive and move faster. Liquify is a tokenization platform that focusing on real estate based in Hong Kong. That is, we have a 10% investment in. Again, much like DBOT, we believe that this business has a good future as tokenization becomes more acceptable and more widely used. Turning to a quick look at our financial results for the first quarter 2021, we had a very strong quarter. Revenue was 32.7 million. We had revenue growth over the last 5 consecutive quarters, and we gross profit of 10.8 million, which was a margin of 33.1%. We closed the quarter with $356 million in the bank, and that gives us plenty of capital to invest in the businesses that we have assembled so that we can cross-pollinate, we can develop US hybrid. We can develop the licensing model in US hybrid. We can develop Select Track. Additionally, it gives us cash to go after acquisitions to fill in areas where we would like to have a broader product portfolio. The one unusual aspect of quarter one was that we got a tax benefit, a non-cash tax benefit of $12.6 million related to the deferred tax accounting for the Timios and Wave acquisitions. This chart shows the growth of revenues and profit and gross profit over the last 5 quarters. As you can see, our growth has been getting stronger and stronger quarter over quarter. This is just a look at the data for quarter one 2020 versus the fourth quarter 2020 and 2021. It's the same data. And then finally, a look at our cash flows. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to us today, and we look forward to getting your questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.
This is the end. Wow, there is no Q&A, no one. Okay, previously I made a video on Idex and I was talking about the price action, and if you want you can just wait for maybe just 2-3 minutes. We can quickly talk about the price action. I did a live this morning pre-market, and if you're subscribed then definitely you know what I did. So that morning I talked about it, and let me show you the chart quickly. So the 2 black lines here, that was the previous trend, right? We were coming down, down, down. Then at one point we broke it, then we moved sideways, and now we are moving higher. And in my last video, I talked about the price action because it was moving between 2.5 and 3.5. So that was the channel, right? So this morning when we went to 3.6, it seemed like very exciting, right? And maybe that was the time this thing to go even higher. But what happened? The entire market came down. So we know this thing came down, but looking like we ended the day 3.15, but why my post market is showing me 3.57? Let me show. Is it true that we are currently that high after market? 3.26, yeah, that, yes. Anyway, so 3.5, I think this is the barrier, right? We have to break this barrier, and once we break this, I think then we can go even higher. Look at the resistance, 3.5, then we will have 4, 4.5, 5, and so on. But I think this thing will soon go to 5.5 and 6. This is what I'm thinking. The chart is looking nice. Last time it made a U-shaped recovery and it went even higher than that. Now this recovery is taking even longer just because we had a market correction and so on, you know, right? But once we break 3.5, I think this thing is ready to explode towards $5. So this is what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think or if I'm wrong, but the company is doing good. They are moving in the right direction. They are moving in the right direction. So this is my thinking, and I'm not planning to do any live now, but just for 5 minutes, do you want me to do any chart or anything? I was just processing video editing my analysis on microvision, so I don't know whether you are following like microvision or not, but yeah, I was just finished my video, and maybe within 5-10 minutes I will just upload. So microvision is one I'm really looking like this one will explode again. It will go to $30. Let me see in the chat window if you have something. Why the price is going down? The price is going down not only for this one. Like, let me show you my watch list. You can see that except 1 or 2, most of the things I have here are red. Everything is red, so it is just coming down with the market. So that is why, other than that, it should be okay. Also, they add more shares every week, and also they add more shares every week. No idea. AEZS, I don't know what is this. AEZS. This is a penny stock. Okay, $1. So maybe we can just draw some line. Yes, it seems like some kind of breakout happened for this particular one. It has a floor around this area, which is around 80 cent, and it has a falling pattern, right? Then you see it broke and it was good. Like on a day it was up yesterday, but today again it came down. It is post market one, so as long it is like, yeah, let me draw some lines just to see. So definitely some kind of resistance around 1.15. I think yesterday it hit that resistance 1.15. So the confirmation would be if it can break 1.15, then this thing can run even higher and higher. On the other hand, it has to stay over. It has to. I have no idea about this particular stock. Just looking at the technicals, seems like it has to be over 0.95 in order to maintain this, so it can move sideways, but it has to be over 0.95. But once it will break 1.16, I think this thing can go higher. Just looking at the chart, oh my god, what happened here? I have no idea. So 3.6, it came down all the way moving sideways, but most probably I do not know anything about the company, but maybe it can go back again to $2. Just thinking and just showing without knowing about the company, the fundamental, the PR, no idea at all. Anyway, I see 21 people here, so if they do not have anything, do you want me to talk about anything, or we can just close the stream and enjoy the evening? I'm going to post my microvision here, and if you are new to this particular channel, please make sure you are subscribed. At the same time, we have a community, so I'm building a community, just $3 per month. You pay 10 cents per day and you get some member special access. So in my community tab, I post something for everyone and also some specific thing only for the members, some charts, some news, some important things. So basically they are paid member, even though it's 10 cents, but they are paid, they are valued customer to me. Anyway, this is one other thing, but anyway, at least subscribe to my channel to get the update. If you don't like it, then you can always unsubscribe, and also click the like button so that YouTube can pick up and YouTube can share this particular event and more people can see on Idex, and they become bullish on Idex, because we want more and more people to come, and then we will push. Let me see the volume today, because I know we started that day really good, but we came down. Yeah, the volume is not that great, but anyway, everything moves with okay, Mohammed, I'm talking about IDX. The outstanding shares was 419 million, now is 426 million. Once the price going up, they added more shares. Yeah, these are some of the things like with penny stock. And sometimes when the price is up, they do some share offering. Good trend analysis. Thanks, Matthew. 0.96 is my EMA 50 on the daily for this. So your thought. Thank you. I did not look at the moving average of 50. I was just looking at the chart, and the chart is telling me that 0.95 is the important resistance, because each time it came to 0.95, it was yeah. Anyway, so I'm happy, right? Anyway, so maybe we should close it, and I'm going to publish my microvision video soon, and I will also post another video on Sensionics, which has a ticker symbol of SENS. It has a nice day today and seems like it is same like IDEX. It wants to explode. It exploded during the day, you see, on a daily candle, going really good. Once it breaks the support 3.78, this thing will explode. So this is one other thing I'm very bullish. So I established my position in this area. This thing went to 5.5, similar to IDX, similar price, similar pattern, you see. So anyway, it is also coming. And anyway, I'm just saying anyway so many times. So subscribe to my channel, have a wonderful evening, and get some rest, have some fun, so that we get ready for tomorrow morning and we make money. Thank you again. Take care. Peace.